How's it going, everyone? It's Otto here from Pacific Dunk coming at you with another NBA discussion video. And in today's video, I just wanted to talk about an NBA player that everybody has forgotten about. At the time of this recording, the player I am talking about is playing for the first seed in the East and is a former All-Star. I think you might have guessed it at this point, but I am talking about Victor Oladipo. When he was healthy, Victor Oladipo was a dependable 20 points per game scorer and a very good defender. He's won Most Improved Player, he's made All-Star appearances, and he was a very memorable player on the Indiana Pacers. But nowadays, I don't hear anybody talk about him, and I know that's pretty normal for a player who hasn't played in so long, but just the fact that a player with this background is just another piece on the first seed in the East is just ridiculous. This Heat team is scary, and I think Victor Oladipo fits perfectly with the team. He's a scorer, but he's also very disciplined on defense, which is like the Heat's whole mantra. Up until March 7th, Victor Oladipo was not playing due to a surgery on his quadriceps tendon that kept him out for almost a year. Before he came back into an NBA game, he did spend some time with the Heat's G League affiliate, the Skyforce, just for some 5-on-5 work and warming up for the actual games. Ever since his debut on March 7th, he's looked a bit rusty, but that's to be expected from a player who hasn't played in 11 months. They're also not rushing him into a lot of minutes, but it'll be interesting to see how long it takes until the Heat make him play big minutes. The reason I say this is because he is on an expiring contract, and so after this season he will be a free agent, and I highly doubt that the Heat will re-sign him or that Victor Oladipo will return. With a player like Klay Thompson, it's easy just to not even play him that much this season because you know he'll be back next season and many years after that. But with Victor Oladipo, it's kind of just a this season thing, and so I feel like they're not going to want to waste too much time just bringing him back slowly. If he does play a key role for the Heat the rest of the season and in the playoffs, it'll be interesting to see if they start him at all or if he'll just remain on the bench. I don't think he'll start over Duncan Robinson, especially if Tyler Herro isn't starting over him. So I feel like he'll be like a 6th or 7th man right next to Tyler Herro. But just imagine how good the Heat could be if Victor Oladipo even just becomes like an efficient 15 points per game score. No, maybe not as good as he once was, but still an efficient score right next to Tyler Herro. He'll still be good on defense. That'll just make for a great Heat team in the playoffs. Kyle Lowry, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Duncan Robinson, and then PJ Tucker all in the starting lineup, plus you got Tyler Herro and Victor Oladipo. That's a scary team to play in the East, and that's why I think that it is so weird that people are forgetting about Victor Oladipo, because if he could become a great player again, this Heat team could be terrifying in the playoffs. Victor Oladipo used to be a great player, but like I said, after the season, I don't think that they'll re-sign him. I feel like he's just too similar of a player right now to Tyler Herro. They already have a 6th man scorer. In the future, I could see him going to like a team like the Los Angeles Lakers. I know the Lakers will probably be trying to sign like an efficient scorer like that, but I feel like he'd fit well next to Russell Westbrook and LeBron. I could also see him going to the Nets, possibly as like a 6th man role. You know, they could roll with like a Kyrie, Seth Curry, KD, Ben Simmons, and Claxton starting lineup, and then just have Victor Oladipo as a 6th man. That would be a really good fit. Another team that would be pretty fun to see is the Indiana Pacers. I could honestly see him going back, especially after the Pacers traded Caris LeVert. I could see Victor Oladipo going back and just kind of mentoring the young players that have came into Indiana, like Buddy Hield and Tyrese Halliburton. That would be a cool story to see. He really came into his own on the Pacers and really made a name for himself on that team. So it'd be cool to see him go back and just help them out and just play for them again. I really hope that Victor Oladipo's career doesn't turn into one that's just bouncing around on a bunch of different teams until he finally retires. I hope he really does come back strong. I hope he becomes, you know, a starting caliber player in this league again. Too many people have written this guy off, and I do feel like he will bounce back strong. Another player that people are not talking about is Terry Rozier. Before he joined the Hornets, people had concerns that he was just too inconsistent, too streaky, and right now he's having a great year and averaging almost literally identical numbers to last season. It's actually kind of scary how similar these two seasons are. Nonetheless, they are very good numbers, and I just feel like a lot of people aren't talking about how well he's been playing. They did last year. A lot of people were talking about Terry Rozier last year, but this season everyone's just kind of like, I don't know, I don't know if they're used to it or what. I think a lot more people have to talk about how good Terry Rozier has been and the type of player he's turned into on the Hornets. Let me know what you guys think. Who's a player that you haven't heard about in a long time and you feel like a lot more people need to talk about? Anyways, guys, that's all I have for you in today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Love y'all. Peace.